There's a saying that if you are good, just never sell yourself short. Hi guys, welcome to Daily Updates. I would like us to talk about what transpired yesterday. We saw a letter that was written by Vatiswa Ndara to the Minister of Sports, Arts and Culture, Natim Teto. Vatiswa, she's an actor. So this letter was to complain about the industry, the media companies, the production companies, about how they are treating these workers, these actors. So it was a long letter, and then it explains all these things that she's been going through. And then if we compare it to the generation 16, people like Mushiri Mutsega, and then there are a lot of people who have been facing this in the acting industry, and most of the times no one is helping them, no one is speaking out for them. Only them, they need to speak out for themselves, and you risk the chance of not having a life in the acting industry, because some will go as far as saying, you know what, let's blackmail her, blacklist her. She's no longer wanted anywhere. You understand? So Vatiswa took to the street to say that, you know what, if I lose my connections, I'd rather lose them, but I'm fighting for myself and some people who are going to be in the industry long after I'm gone, or long after I've retired. So she's taking a jab at the Ferguson and obviously multi-choice, who are the ones who are holding this rights for the Fergusons. The Fergusons are the production company. So what they did is that they are shooting the new season for Igazi 3. So they sent out this invitation, a contract to Vatiswa to say that this is our demands and this is what we are giving you. Part of the demands was to say that we are giving you 110,000 rands, excluding VAT, which is going to be what you'll be earning from the whole shooting. The shooting would take 5 weeks. And of all those 5 weeks, would want you present Monday to Saturday, 12 hours a day. We want you to be there, sorry. And when you are there, you are not limited to the number of scenes you're going to be shooting. So basically, you could be there and shoot a whole lot of scenes, but still you'd be paid that 110,000 rands, which is after VAT is 84,000 rands. So basically, the Fergusons are saying that we give you this 84,000 rands, and then after we are done shooting those 13 episodes, we are going to have all this money. And even if we've repackaged and then we sell the show to another channel, you are not going to get anything. You got your money, you got 84,000 rands. If you are poor after a year, after months, if you are struggling financially, it's none of our business. We drafted a contract, we gave you what we gave you, and then what you do with it is not our problem. We are going to have this money after the show is done, after the shooting is done, the broadcasting rights, the ads and all these things, the money from multi-choice. This belongs to us for the rest of this show's life, or for as long as we can have this show. And then the problem was that they don't even want to give her a chance to say that you get maybe, let's say, less days. Maybe say Friday you don't have to come. You have to come from Monday to Saturday. And then you have to be there for the shootings and makeups, and you must make time. There's no way you are going to be telling us that you have to go to work and all these things. But after that, you're getting 84,000 rands. Mind you, there are people who are getting 84,000 rands per month. You are going to be getting it for those 5 weeks, for those 13 episodes. And then the show is going to be making millions while you only received 84,000. Her point makes sense because they're going to be having a lot of money and then they are underpaying her. At least they should have been saying you're going to get 84,000 rands per episode, because we are going to make way more money. Even if we give you 84,000 per episode, you're still going to get money. And one can blame the Ferguson, but the other can say it's actually not the Ferguson's fault. This whole thing was drafted a long time ago. When the Generation 16s, when they went and decided to strike against Mfundi Vundla, no one stood up to say, you know what, this is enough. Hire these guys back and then give them something better. No one did that. They tried to say, no, sit down and talk. Mfundi didn't want to hear anything about race. He said if they don't want to work, they must go. And then he fired all of them. Mind you, those guys were working hard. People were earning 14,000. Generation was airing every day. Remember, if a show is airing like 8 p.m., that 8 p.m. slot is more expensive than the one at maybe 6 p.m., 7 p.m. It's more expensive because most of the people are watching the show. The buying power there. And then the advertisement, each ad, it is based on the quality, the length. You can have an ad from 50,000 to 200,000. A single ad. You can have that much money. And we're not talking about for maybe a month. We are talking about a day. One ad could cost that. So if this ad, you have like four ads. When they go to an ad break, they have 4 ads. And then they go to an ad break 2 times, so it's 8. Imagine how much money they are making in a day, in a single episode. And then Mfundi came to say that I can't pay these guys any more money. So the guys decided to say, you know what, we don't take anything less than that. He fired them. No one said a thing about it. They didn't even have medical aid. Now you have Vatiswa here. She's standing up to say that I'm being exploited. I'm being disrespected. If you look at something like, maybe it's something big to compare to, let's say Game of Thrones for one, and there are other shows. That's the one that I know about their salaries. Game of Thrones, it pays its workers anything from 50,000 to 100 and something, $50,000 from a single episode. Not all these episodes, from a single episode. You get people being paid, some even being paid as much as 500,000. The main actors, 800,000 in a single episode, because they value what they are doing. Without these actors, there is no Game of Thrones. There is no viewership, because they are the ones who are making it alive. So, if in South Africa we are going to say that we are going to pay you such little money and disrespect you, then something needs to be done. It starts maybe with us, the viewers. If these actors are being exploited, then we have to take a stand also, because we can't be seeing these guys whenever they are sick, whenever they are having problems. Media, newspaper publishing saying that they don't have money for bills. And then we are laughing, saying these guys are wasting their money, whereas they were exploited. Take, for instance, DSTV. They are the ones who are making more money from the Fergusons. As much as the Fergusons are also making money, DSTV is making more money. And they are the one who branded this contract, this terms and condition, to say that this is what we are going to do, this is what we are going to do. And in turn is killing our actors who think that they are going to be making money, but they are making nothing. Moshiri Motsera last she was interviewed on 702. She was saying that her part on the river. It was cut short. They told her that they have no more storyline for her. A seasoned actor. Someone, when she comes to the show, people watch the show because of her. The show says, we have no storyline for you. Unfortunately, we'll let you go. It's things like this. If you talk too much, they will take a stand against you because they don't want you to affect everyone. One rotten potato affects all of them. So they will take you out. But I feel like Vatiswa has a good point, and if all these actors are clever, all these big and small actors, they have to take a stand also to say, you know what, maybe we should relook at our salaries because we are struggling to have a life that we need. And you are paying us little while you're making more money. So make something. Pay us more. But I feel like it's going to take a lot of interventions. And let's say about the Natim Checho guy, the minister, the better, because the only thing the guy knows is to say rest in peace on Twitter. Or congratulations. That's what the ministers is doing. Instead of going deeper, looking at the problems of the people, they don't do that. Many people have been exploited. Let me say this. For example, it's not only in the acting industry. Let's take it at the private companies. You hire two people, a black and a white person, same qualifications, same experience. Maybe they don't even have experience, they're studying their job. 99% chances are that they are going to give the white guy more money, maybe 3 times the salary as the black guy. I once asked the question, why are they doing this? And I was told that for a black person, it's easy for them to survive on, for example, to survive on 6,000 because they rent at a cheaper place. The tax is not expensive. But for a white guy, he has a car and then he's staying at an expensive place, 7,000 place, already is more than that, 6,000 of yours, 7,000 place, and he has expensive needs. While you on the other side, my brother, you can take a taxi from Alexander to Sandton. It doesn't even cost that much. You won't be in the traffic. And then you can rent at a tin house there, pay 600. Then they say, no, you can leave. But they are disrespecting your worth, because if that guy is worth this much, you are supposed to be worth that much also. Or if you are worth this much, he's supposed to be on the same level as you. This is the same disrespect we are getting. Ramaphosa goes out to say the minimum wage is 3.5. As if they know what 3.5 is. They go and make that. Not everyone will make it a compulsory salary, a startup salary. But then, Ramaphosa thinks that by saying minimum wage is 3.5 is helping people. He's not helping anyone. We deserve way more than we are getting. A company could make millions from you and never pay you anything. But when you leave, that's when they start saying, oh, we really lost someone good here. That's where the problem starts. So the acting industry needs to do something about this problem, because if they don't do anything, our people are struggling. And our people, if they don't stand in solidarity with each other, then they might as well not complain and leave it like that, because it doesn't help for people to keep on complaining while nothing happens. One people complains, they blacklist here. Others are afraid to complain because they don't want to lose that pup. Guys, we need to do something about it. I support Vatiswa 100%, and I hope the Minister of Condolences makes something out of it. He intervenes and actually sit down with all these people to make sure that it's set up correctly. But either way, we know it might end up as nothing being done, Vatiswa, she didn't get the job, and then she continues with whatever she's doing, and then the show goes on. We live and we learn, but we'll never get what is we are worth. So guys, thank you for watching. I hope justice prevails for Vatiswa and she gets what she needs. Please click a like and subscribe to the channel for more videos. Thank you guys.